Okay, in this one we're going to go quickly over hero images and how you manage those. So that's these big pictures that show up at the top of every page, a little bit larger on the home page, and on the interior pages a little bit smaller. So, and then of course there's this little caption that's associated with them. So, back here, all of these are kept in this area, hero images, and you'll see there's a bunch of them in here. To add a new one, of course you can edit or trash them. You'll notice that some of these are draft. These were for testing, but if for some reason you wanted to take one out of the rotation so that it didn't show up on the site anymore, you could simply change the status from publish to draft, and that would cause it not to show up anymore. To add a new one, simply click Add New here, or if you're already on this page with the list, click Add New. And so we're going to add one for the Burke Museum, and I have an image ready. So we're going to call this Burke Museum Dinosaur. And by the way, this is not what shows up in the caption over here. So this name you can use to help you identify the photo when you're looking at the list of all of the images. If you had a number of them in here and you wanted to find a particular one, in some cases you might have multiple shots in the same museum that have a different member's name on each one. So this will help you just locate the photo you're looking for. Then we need to upload the image, and there's a little note here that says it needs to be at least 1500 pixels wide to show well, especially in the home page. If you upload a smaller image, the computer will size it up, but it will start to look a little fuzzy. So it's good to start with an image that's a little bit bigger. And then obviously they need to work in a pretty strong horizontal crop. So the computer will crop it to this size. So I usually would like to do that myself beforehand to get it roughly the right size. You have a little more control. The computer will just crop it equally from top and bottom to get this shape. So it tells you you're 1500 wide by no more than 650 deep. That's typically what will work well. So once you have the photo ready, click Select Image, and then these photos that show up here are images that have already been uploaded to the site. So if we've already had it here, we can just select it. We want to upload a new image, so we click there, and then we can just grab this and drag it and drop it here. So we'll process for a second. And there it is. So then we just hit select down here, and it will show us a little thumbnail. If we ever want to get rid of this and change it out with a different image or something, click the X and it would go away and we can upload a new one. So now we can put in the actual name of the museum. This is the information that will show up in the caption. And this is in Seattle. And then down here are the members that you can select to associate with this. So this is Holly. She's right here. Shows up under K, by the way. And now all these names in this list are people who are users on the site. And anyone who is a member would be registered to be able to log into the site, and so they should be in there. And that's all there is to that. And then when we hit publish, it should now be in the rotation. And as I said, every time you load the page or go to a new page, it will just grab an image at random. So it could take a little while for this one to show up and see if it's actually in there. We expect that it will be in there. And the server's being a little slow right now, of course, but if we keep reloading, we believe that it will show up eventually. This should be truly random. sometimes you get 2 in a row. So I think there's probably about 5 or 6 images in there. Let's see, it's going to wait. And the Glass Museum. The Nevada Museum of Art. The LeMay again. Come on, we know that it's in here somewhere. Aha, and finally it shows up. So, there it is. You can see this is a little bit long of a name, so you are going to want to be careful. And I know that's the, I guess that's the complete museum or name. And I know that you could also have University of Washington after that, but there's a limit on this of 50 characters. That's probably getting a little bit close. But anyway, that's how that works. And you can upload as many of those as you want, and that's how they will show up.